Y'all, it's your boy, Unfitted, God Honesty. So, we move past glass honesty. This is the story about why, my whole name changed and everything. Um, this story could take a while, so go on ahead, pause the video, grab me some popcorn, some snacks and whatnot. It's gonna be a while, you know what I'm saying? Just letting you know that right now. This story is kind of, even though it's about my depression, I'm gonna try and lighten it up a bit. So, you know, so this kind of takes place like way back, um, maybe 3 months back. I haven't made a video in 2 months, so it's probably like a good 3 months. It was like sort of during the summer. I was dating this one girl, you know what I'm saying? Things were going good. Then, let's just say a down spiral. You know how relationships are when you're like a teen, things go up, then they go down. And that's kind of what happened with me. So, bad things happen. We're not together anymore. So now, I'm in school now. And I'm taking a test. I had a math test to do, so I started taking it. And I just could not concentrate on it. I was so upset that day. And even before I went to school, I'm letting you know right now, I was cutting myself. I didn't cut myself too much, but I was cutting myself. I ain't cut myself too much. I ain't cut myself too deep. Luckily, I could not concentrate in that class, on that test. It was affecting me that much. So there I am, all upset and everything. Takes me to fourth period. That's like a good 3 hours, my G. A good 3 hours. After I finally finished, I was like, cause even though I was during the test, I was thinking about stabbing myself in my culinary class. I was thinking of getting one of them knives and whatnot. I was either finna snap on a student because they were being dumb, or I was finna just stab myself. Most of the time, I just wanted to stab myself. So when I finally finished, I didn't go to my culinary class. I just had that much self-control left, just enough to not go to culinary. And when the bell rang for lunch to hit, I just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to guidance because I don't want to talk to no one during lunch. Because a lot of people are gonna be bugging me about what's wrong and everything, and I'm gonna snap on them. So I just went to guidance, and I pretty much like told them the whole story about the breakup, and I think I did tell them a few things about stuff that was going on like in school. Like I'm already like kind of failing in my classes and blah 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 blah, and a little bit of family issues. So it's like I can't really do things here, I can't really do things there, and it's just driving me nuts. I kind of just put it all on the plate, and about how I just want to die and everything like that. And when it pretty much got that serious to the point where like they had like called my mom and let her know what was gonna go down. They had brought in a police officer that was writing out forms and whatnot for me. And I am glad that they actually took it serious, because I think a lot of other people wouldn't think it was that serious, because a lot of people don't understand like what depression is. And I'm just letting y'all know like right now that when someone has depression, there's not always a reason for it. Like, you're not always depressed with a reason. Things can trigger it, and sometimes you can be sad over certain things, but sometimes you can just be depressed for like no absolute reason. And not a lot of people don't get that. They just think like a person's just being depressed for the sake of being depressed, or they're just overreacting. But it's not that. It's like when literally it's depressed, it's pretty much a disorder a bit, sort of. It's like a mental illness. Yeah, I got the police, and they had called my mom, as I said. They didn't want me going home, because they pretty much knew that I needed help, and kudos to them to actually trying to get me some help instantly instead of trying to do other stupid stuff. So, pretty much they got my stuff. Man, the sad part is I didn't get to eat. But the guidance counselor gave me some donuts because that I was happy with because I did not get to eat. And when I don't eat, I can get mad very easily. So, the police officer I pretty much got my stuff, and I think they told me like they was gonna take me somewhere, something like that. So when the police came, and I was taking me somewhere, they was taking me like outside of the school. They took my phone and my keys, cause keys can be also be used to self harm. So they took my phone and my keys, put in my book bag. So phoneless, keyless. Okay. And that's when it was like, okay, so look, since you're riding with us, since you're riding in the back, by pretty much state law or country law, I don't know which one. But by state law, I gotta put handcuffs on you. All right. And I'm like, what the fuck? I said was I was just like, okay. But in my head, I'm like, really? That you gotta put me in handcuffs? It was just ridiculous to me. So I got in the back of the car, and they drove me to this hospital. When I was just in that car, and the sun was just up, and like the sun was hitting I forgot what they called it, the handcuffs. I'm like, bro, if the sun heats up these handcuffs, my skin will be burnt. I'm black as it is, I don't need to get blacker. Come on now. But when we finally got to the hospital, and now I'm sitting in like this I don't even know, but I'm sitting in this room because they finally took the handcuffs off me and got me in. They already made registrations and everything for me to be there. So I'm sitting in there, I'm watching TV, chilling, and this lady comes in, kind of like grabs me, take me to this other room. We start talking about it, family stuff, like how am I doing, depression, and all that other good stuff. She questioned me just like the guidance counselor did a bit. So stuff, letting her know. She asked me like, did I cut myself? I said yes. She asked me where, and I tried showing her. I'm black. Come on now. Plus, if I didn't cut myself that deep, I'm black. I'm black. You ain't gonna see it. Like, I could see it when I got out. I'm sitting in there for a good whatever. I was in there for about an hour, probably two. I couldn't even tell. But I got me something else to eat again, thanks to this one guy. Yeah, got me something like he ain't let it G starve, man. Cause like mini donuts don't do nothing. I'm a big guy. Come on now. So mini donuts ain't really do nothing. I ain't really eat nothing. I just ate cookies. And some good cookies be good and whatnot. But when this other man came in, he had grabbed me again, put me in a car, and was taking me. Like, this woman had told me like, okay, look, so we're gonna get you set up. We'll try and find you someplace to go. Pretty much, I wasn't finna go home that day, obviously. So they was had to grab me, put me in a car, and I drove me off. They didn't really tell me a lot. They didn't really tell me where I was going or anything like that. So we're driving. I'm sitting in there. I'm looking at the man that was driving. I put in the GPS, and that thing was like an hour long, like an hour drive. I'm sitting there like, why is it gonna take me an hour to get to this place? I'm already suspicious. I'm kind of like that. If I don't know what's going on and if things just look fishy, I'm automatically suspicious. So I'm sitting here like, okay. So I'm thinking like, okay, it's like a good 30 minutes in. That was when I noticed like this crap taking a long behind time just to get me to this destination. So that's when I got suspicious, and I was just like, I think they're kidnapping me. So I'm trying to like weigh my options here. Like, how am I going to get home and everything? I'm having a full on, not even a breakdown. Because I'm so depressed at this point. I'm literally like, if they're really kidnapping me, that's annoying. Like who gets kidnapped and has an idea like it has thoughts like this is annoying. That's ridiculous to me. You know, but the guy driving, I'm thinking like, okay, this guy, he's kind of old, so I don't even gotta worry too much about him. He's big, so you know, he could just, he's probably like a good 300 pounds, something like that, soaking wet. But you know, I ain't gotta worry about him because he kind of old, so you know, put him to the side. It don't really matter, man. I shot to the balls and he out, he out. The other guy, I'm like, he might be an issue. Okay, so first off, he's skinny, meaning he can run, obviously. He's slightly muscular, so obviously, you know, that's an issue. When you got muscles, you got muscles, alright? He's black, so, you know, obviously, black people, they'll steal your shoes, you better hide your wallet, they'll steal that too, yeah. But obviously, he was going to be an issue for me. So, you know, we're still driving and everything. We get to this one road about a good hour in. At this point, I think we was like in Orlando or something like that. And so we driving on this road, and I'm looking around. Obviously, I'm still keeping my cool and whatnot. I ain't tripping a lot. And I see this, just this gorgeous sight, my G. It's gorgeous. There's like flowers with like a couple trees and like a little lakes and all that. It was so beautiful to me. And I'm just like, oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! And stuff like this makes me want to live. Then we get to this other road and I see literally houses that are hiding in the back of like, houses that are literally hiding behind a whole bunch of trees. It's like almost a cabin in the woods, pretty much. So I'm thinking right there, and I'm like,
I don't like where this is going. Stop! Stop! No, 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 no. Please, lady, you don't understand. You don't know what you're doing here.
crap. It's ridiculous. I'm like, bro, they're really kidnapping me. And like, I'm really finna put in one of those houses. Not a lot of people really gonna find me. At this point, not a lot of people really gonna find me. If they're literally houses pretty much surrounded by trees, you're not gonna find me. At this point, you're not going to. But we driving a lot more, you know, good, whatever. We finally get to this one place, and it's like a big behind facility. And at that point, I was literally like, okay, yep, I'm going to a mental facility. Great. In my head, I'm over here thinking like, I'm finna be in a freaking white room. I'm finna be in a room, nothing in it, and I'm gonna sit in there and do nothing. And then they're gonna take me out a couple times, ask me a whole bunch of questions and whatnot. And that's gonna be my day. Luckily, it wasn't like that, okay? So I get to the waiting room, and I'm sitting in there. This woman comes in, grabs me, takes me to this one room, and she lays down a whole bunch of this paperwork type stuff. She said, write this, this, and this, and this. And so I write this, this, and this. I get to this one line, and it's a whole bunch of like payment stuff and whatnot, like insurance and everything. And at that point, I'm thinking like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. So I'm like, bro, like, what if it's a lot of monies? I'm in a mental facility. This thing's at least $1,000. So I'm hesitating. Eventually, I do write it down. I think she came in and she reassured me that, you know, it's nothing crazy, nothing stupid. At that point, I was still thinking like,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Like, woman, you is lying. You just trying to get the money, obviously. You don't really care. But, what else? After that, they grabbed me again, take me to the back, and to this one place, to this one area. It was like the official room for like the kids that is like in the mental facility. It was night, by the way. It was like around 11 o'clock at this point. And once I get there, bro, I'm shivering cold, bro. I'm literally sitting there and I'm kind of cold, man. Because when I got to the back and they was like setting me up with everything, they had took my ring, they took my watch, took me to this one room, and guess what they did? They stripped me.
Right!
Man came in, he said, strip. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, what? He said, strip. Strip down. Not playing. So I stripped down. I'm playing. But on a serious note, they did actually say, like, you know, like, take, like, you know, take your clothes off. I'm like, wait.
What? What the fuck?
Wait, what? And look, we got some new, like, you can't wear that because my pants and my shirt had laces on them. So you could literally use those to literally, like, hang yourself pretty much. Like, constrict yourself and whatnot. They was not trying to have any kids kill themselves in a mental facility. It was not trying to have that. Obviously, you know, kudos to them for that. And so I couldn't wear my shoes. I couldn't wear nothing. Like they took my clothes. They took my clothes. They took my clothes, man. It was a bad day to wear what I had. At least I got to keep my hoodie. Cause I was wearing a hoodie. You know, my HJ hoodie that I usually wear in my other videos. I could wear that. So at least I could wear that. Cause it was cold and it was just crazy. But they had gave me these new clothes. It was weird. It was weird. It was light. That's what I liked about it. It was like paper. It was like wearing paper. And it was light. So I liked that. So, you know, I go to sleep. Like, they asked me a bit more questions about, am I gay? Do I take drugs and whatnot? They kept asking me, do I take drugs and everything like that? What kind of music I like? And this one man had literally asked me, like, you want to listen to some music? Because it's going to be a while so you can listen to music again. And I was thinking, like, maybe they're just going to hold my stuff and then eventually they won't give me my phone back. Maybe. So, after that, they pretty much sent me to my room. They literally, like, they gave me this cup. They told me to pee in the cup. They told me to pee in a cup. They told me to pee in a cup. They told me to pee in a cup. Like, you know how weird that is? Is that you gotta use he literally asked me, y'all use the bathroom right now? I'm like, oh, okay, somebody wanna know that. But, you know, they told me to pee in a cup, man. It was weird. It was really weird. I felt highly violated. First you take my stuff. You put me in handcuffs. You take my clothes. Now you want me to pee in a cup. Look, man, I went to sleep feeling so violated. It wasn't the first time I had to pee in a cup, but you know, I still felt violated. I never wanted to pee in a cup again. After the first time I ever had to do that, I did not want to pee in a cup again. Then this happens and I have to pee in a cup right over again. It's crazy. You know, I had a roommate. Then that man had asked me if I was sexually active. What? It's crazy, bro. Look, man, don't. I wake up, I didn't have, everyone's kind of getting ready for the day. I seen a whole bunch of other kids. There was a whole bunch of kids, gee. And overall, the mental facility, I'm telling you now that the mental facility, it was kind of crazy. I stayed there for a good 2 days. Yeah, it was the weekend, so I stayed there till Sunday. Because when you go in your first time, you get to leave early, depending on you, and depending on if you do any work. Technically, it's kind of like, it's a little bit like school a bit. Because they'll have you in these, they'll have you like in a group session, and you're supposed to like kind of write stuff out about, you know, positive things, positive things, okay? Positive things. You know, it's overall trying to make you positive, my G. It's overall trying to make you positive. So, you know, I do mean you know, lunch. Oh my gosh, bro. Food. Let's talk about food a bit. You know that I'm religious. I don't eat certain things, okay? Gee. I said bump it, 2 tears in a bucket, I'm gonna eat. Cause overall, they're not really gonna care about what I eat and whatnot. They're just gonna care if I eat in general. And if I'm trying to leave early, cause this one guy, he came up to me, we started talking and whatnot. We was friends and whatnot, and he said, "Look, you could probably leave early since it's your first time here." You know, and when I was in one of those group sessions, they had told me like they didn't tell me, but they had told a couple of other people like, if you ain't gonna do the work that we're like supplying you with, you might just have to stay here longer. I'm like, bruh, it's obviously a prison. They're gonna hold you down. I'm like, bruh, that's like prison, my G. Nutty. No, but on the topic of food though, I ate things that I wasn't supposed to eat. I felt bad, but I was like, okay, look, because if I don't eat, they're gonna think something's wrong with me. Sometimes I didn't want to eat sometimes, and I just ate anyways. But they had yogurt, G. I had to bust down on that yogurt. I wanted to go on for seconds, but I didn't think they was gonna allow that. So I was just like, okay, that's cool. A lot of other things happened. There was this one guy. I got upset because there was this other guy. The guy had threw a ball at this other kid, right? The kid, I got so mad, dog. He wanted to fight him. Like, he wanted to punch him in this. He wanted to punch him. You know what you did, Shane? Kind of chill, all right? You're not chill. No fights happen. Yeah. So the guy was still talking about it, and the other guy had felt bad that he hit him in the face with a ball. But the guy kept talking about it so much that the other kid kind of just had a breakdown. He was wearing his glasses. He took his glasses off and started hitting himself with it. I was like, I never seen that. I never seen that. I'm like, whoa, that's new. Man, this other kid that came in too, it was a little kid. He was like maybe 6. I think he was 6. He was crying and hollering and whatnot when he came in. Gee. He was a good kid when he had calmed down a bit. They gave him ice cream, and I was like, I want ice cream. I got ice cream that day too. So everyone had got ice cream that day. So it was a good day. So overall, the place and whatnot, it was decent. It was decent. It was boring, but it was decent. Okay, it was boring, but it was decent. We gotta watch movies before we go to bed. So But overall, man, I was so bored. I was so tired. I just wanted to go home. I'm like, bro, if I don't go home, I'm probably gonna cry. But yeah, there was these other therapists that came in. They was asking me questions and everything. So yeah, they also took my blood too. Yeah. Now the other reason as to why I was gone for so long, I was doing other stuff. I was going to when I had got out, I was going to therapy sessions, which I still am kind of right now. I still am going to therapy sessions. I'm taking medication for my depression, but at this point I'm kind of off it. But I'm doing fine right now. The other things is I'm going to the doctor a couple times. Recently I just went. I had to get me they had to take my blood. So now, and overall, I had took a break. I was just like, yeah, I'm going through all of this. It's not a good time for me to be making videos or making songs and whatnot. It's just not a good time. It's time, like right now, it's time for me to try and recover because it's a lot of stuff I have to take in. I still have to get over this breakup. Right at this point, right now, I'm pretty much over it. I'm doing good. I'm doing big things. I'm trying to get my grade back up. So that's kind of the reason why I was on for so long. I'm sorry. I would have let y'all know, but I'm letting you know now. It just wasn't a good time for me. And at this point, I'm still going to be slow when it comes to making videos just because of the fact that I'm still recovering. It's still exhausting. Like, it's still exhausting on my mind. The fact that I had to go through all this just to like one of the guys there, he had like I had told him about my whole situation. He's like, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth taking your life over. And even I knew that, but in the back in my brain, that's where it was. It wasn't in the front. It was just in the back. In the back, I'm just thinking like it's not that worth it. But in the front, I'm just like, kill yourself, bro. It's like just end it, end the pain. That's how it be. That's kind of how it be. It's like you know, but you don't know. It's nutty, Midget. It's nutty. But that's pretty much the reason why I was gone for so long. So you know, sorry that I was gone. I'm still gonna be kind of slow when it comes to videos. I'm trying. I'm trying now. I'm slowly getting back. I'm slowly getting back. But for now, why I'm unfitted, that's for my next video, G. That's for my next video. So, just keep living with God, my G. And make sure you stay unfitted.